Get more for your business with Northwest Registered Agent. They help you launch an LLC for just $39 plus state fees, while helping protect your identity by keeping your home address private. Don't wait. Protect your privacy, build your brand, and get your complete business identity in just 10 clicks and 10 minutes. Visit northwestregisteredagent.com/paid-OFD and start building something amazing. Get more with Northwest Registered Agent at northwestregisteredagent.com/paid-OFD. Running a business online? Instantly build trust with your customers with a domain and matching professional email from GoDaddy so people know you mean business. And there's never been a better time. Visit godaddy.com/GD now, and you can get a domain and professional email plan for just 99 cents a month for 1 year. That's a little price for a lot of credibility. Choose the domain that's right for you and a professional email to match. Go to godaddy.com/GD now and look legit. That's godaddy.com/GD now. New customer purchases only. Products auto-renew separately. See terms on site. This is Optimal Finance Daily, Rethinking the 4% Safe Withdrawal Rule, Part 2, by Fritz Gilbert of theretirementmanifesto.com. It wouldn't be fair to cite my concerns with the 4% safe withdrawal rule without suggesting an alternative. Following are the 3 modifications I'd suggest for your consideration. I'm applying all 3 of these modifications in our personal retirement strategy. Number 1, reduce withdrawal rate to 3.3%. Ironically, we've been targeting a 3.25% withdrawal rate since I retired 3.5 years ago. I based our target on the excellent Safe Withdrawal Rate series from Early Retirement Now. This series comprises 48 posts dedicated to the topic, with more mathematics and graphics than you can imagine. I'm not ashamed to say that Karsten, or Big Earn, is smarter than I am, and I respect his work. In a gross oversimplification of his amazing work, his conclusion is folks should target something in the 3.25% safe withdrawal rate range, and I took his advice. Big Earn may have been the first to come up with that number, but more serious heavyweights in the industry have recently come on board. Most notably, Christine Benz and her team at Morningstar came out with a must-read post earlier this month titled, "What's a Safe Retirement Spending Rate in the Years Ahead?" A quote from the article: "Using forward-looking estimates for investment performance and inflation, we estimate that the standard rule of thumb should be lowered to 3.3% from 4%, assuming a balanced portfolio, fixed real withdrawals over a 30-year time horizon, and a 90% probability of success." From Morningstar, November 11th, 2021. In fairness, I should point out that there are others who suggest an even more conservative approach. My friend Casey Weed, CEO at Howard Bailey, summarized David Blanchett's article, Retirement Planning in the Post-4% World, as follows. Quote, Blanchett conducts an analysis utilizing 4% as well as historical average U.S. returns, a 30-year time horizon, and a 50-50 balance of stocks and bonds. Here, the probability of success stands at 95%, then declines to 50% when returns are reduced to mirror today's investing environment. In order to reach that 95% probability of success today, Blanchett finds a 2% initial withdrawal rate is more realistic. However, this can also vary greatly on the retiree, what other supplemental income they might have available, such as a pension, and the manner in which their withdrawals might evolve over time, end quote. Number 2, adjust your spending based on market returns. Rather than automatically adjusting your spending based on inflation as suggested by the 4% safe withdrawal rule, we're planning on adjusting our spending for the following year based on how the market performs in the current year. Each year during our annual financial update, after we've updated our net worth, we multiply our retirement account balances by 3%, 3.5%, and 4% to determine a range of potential spending for the following year. Thus far, the process has worked well, and I plan on continuing it for the foreseeable future, especially given the fact that we retired early and would prefer avoiding a 4% withdrawal rate until our mid-60s at the earliest. There are a wide variety of dynamic spending rules available. One I found of particular interest was included in this excellent Vanguard white paper, which suggests a ceiling of 5% and a floor of negative 1.5%. Being willing and able to adjust your spending based on actual market returns has been proven to increase your statistical chances of not outliving your money. And I'd strongly encourage everyone to build some flexibility into your retirement spending plans. Number 3, include international equity exposure. I've long been a fan of maintaining a broadly diversified portfolio and currently have 20% of our portfolio invested in international stocks, along with 40% in US equities, 30% in bonds and cash, and 10% in alternatives. The CAPE warnings given earlier in yesterday's post are specifically related to the S&P 500, which is a USA-based index. Many folks argue that investing in a broad index like the S&P 500 brings significant global exposure based on the global sales of the companies included. But I prefer to have a clearer line of sight on our international holdings. In full disclosure, and as a Vanguard fan, our holdings include their Total International Stock Index Fund, or VTIAX, and All World ex-US Small Cap Index Fund, or VFSAX. We also hold some international bonds through Vanguard's Total International Bond Index, or VTABX. As you determine your appropriate asset allocation for retirement, I'd encourage you to consider adding some international exposure in light of the current valuation differential between USA equities and those in other parts of the world. I'd also encourage you to study and understand home country bias. Conclusion. Running out of money is one of the biggest concerns people have as they plan for and live in retirement. Given today's unusual market environment, I urge caution. If you've been a fan of the 4% safe withdrawal rule, I hope today's post has given you some things to think about. The good news is this. With the above average return of the market over the past few years, you may be surprised with how much you can afford to spend, even if you reduce your withdrawal rate. In summary, the higher returns have likely increased your net worth significantly, and a lower withdrawal rate may not impact your planned spending as much as you'd initially expect. Do yourself a favor, run the numbers. Be safe out there. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled Rethinking the 4% Safe Withdrawal Rule by Fritz Gilbert of the retirementmanifesto.com. Imagine you're a business owner who has to rely on a dozen different software programs to run your company. Each one is expensive, overly complicated, and worst of all, none of them are connected. Now imagine a platform that could tackle all of your business management needs in one place. That platform you're imagining? It's Odoo. Odoo has all the programs you'll ever need, and they're all connected on a single, simple, easy-to-use software, giving you peace of mind that your business is always being taken care of from every angle. Odoo assists in accounting, marketing, inventory, HR, CRM, manufacturing, and everything in between through its user-friendly interface and open source applications. Basically, if your business needs it, Odoo's got it. Odoo sounds pretty amazing, right? So stop wasting your time and money on those expensive disconnected platforms and let Odoo harmonize your business with simple, efficient software that can handle everything for a fraction of the price. It doesn't get much better than that. So what are you waiting for? Discover how Odoo can take your business to the next level by visiting odoo.com. That's ODOO.com. Odoo, modern management made simple. Introducing your new Dell PC, powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps you handle a lot, even when your holiday to-do list gets to be a lot. Because it's built with all-day battery, plus powerful AI features that help you do it all with ease. From editing images, to drafting emails, to summarizing large documents, to multitasking. So you can organize your holiday shopping and make custom holiday decor and search for great holiday deals and respond to holiday requests and customer questions and customers requesting custom things and plan for the perfect holiday dinner for vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, and Uncle Mike's carnivore diet. Luckily, you can get a PC that helps you do it all faster, so you can get it all done. That's the power of a Dell PC with Intel inside, backed by Dell's price match guarantee. Get yours at the best price of the year by visiting Dell.com/holiday. Terms and conditions apply. See Dell.com for details. If you'd like to hear a comprehensive dissenting opinion on the fear around the 4% rule, I'd encourage you to check out my friend Frank Vasquez over at Risk Parity Radio. Episode 128 of his podcast is a monthly rant where he rips apart the Morningstar study that has everyone shaking in their boots. I mentioned yesterday that no one knows the future. In the face of an uncertain future, you're better off relying on general rules of thumb rather than trying to suss out and predict every last detail. And that's what the 4% rule is. It's a guideline. The model assumes that you have no other income and will never have any other income for the rest of your life, which for most people isn't true. Social Security is going to kick in at some point, if nothing else. Also, early retirees oftentimes go on to create businesses or find other hobbies that end up earning them some money that they didn't anticipate when they were retiring. It also assumes that you will never decrease your spending for any reason. It doesn't consider when Medicare kicks in and reduces your healthcare costs. And it assumes that your personal rate of inflation will match the overall rate of inflation, which for the frugal among us is laughable. Rather than plan your withdrawals for the rest of your life based on the 4% rule or the 3.25% rule, it makes much more sense to have flexibility and refine your retirement plan annually. You should also do some modeling on your actual portfolio. The studies that developed the 4% rule were based on very specific portfolios that you may or may not even be holding. So again, it's just a guideline. And that should do it for today. Have a happy rest of your day, and I'll see you on the Thursday show tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.